Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Hope you're having a good day. Mass, King, Jeff, Spike, Vyashin. Good to see you guys. How you guys doing? I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to this. I talk into a microphone and people hear it. Good to see you too, Mass. Eduardo, hey man. How's it going, pal? Eduardo, probably South America, I guess. I spent a month in Chile like 4 years ago, and I picked up a little Spanish, poquito español. My wife's fluent, and we use Spanish to talk around the kids when we don't want them to understand us. Hey Connor, good to see you, buddy. Brazil. Nice. Portuguese, yep. Portuguese and Spanish are very, like, I know they're distinct, but there's a lot of commonality, right? If somebody was speaking Spanish to you, you would largely understand them. Is that right, Eduardo? Calamero, dude. Thumbs up. Bandoma. Okay. So Eduardo says a little. It's not as obvious as I thought. You guys might not know, but I'm from Canada. Hey, Jeff. My wife's doing a lot better. She's still coughing. It's been like a week and a half. And my two kids are doing... My eldest is doing mostly better. Good enough that she's going to go out tonight for Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I don't know if you guys care about that kind of thing, but... And it's not really my thing, but the kids obviously love it. When I was a kid, I would have gone crazy today for the candy and for the fireworks. And my eldest is going out tonight. I'm going to take her out. That's why we're doing 2 p.m. and not later. Oh, Nightbot's working. I set up Nightbot, but I hadn't... Let's see, Carolyn, come, bro. Come on, bro. Stop spamming emotes. That's funny. Nightbot, stop it. Bad Nightbot. Calamero can spam all the emotes he wants to. Calamero's thing is he spams me those emotes. Yeah, so Brazilian Portuguese is a mix of French, Italian, and Portugal. It's strange that languages work that way. Hey, like I live in Canada. We have Quebec. Quebec is a province. It's kind of like a U.S. state. Only it's much bigger than most of your states, kind of probably the size of Texas. And Quebec is French, where we say francophone, and that they speak French as their first language, even though they're part of Canada, even though you know, we conquered them way back when. And it's fine. It's like just that's what they do there, and the rest of us all speak English, and we teach our kids French. But strangely, if you speak like francophone, like our French, and you go to France, it's the same, but it's not the same. There's all kinds of different slang. There's all different sorts of different intonation. And I'm by no means an expert in French, but this is from my friends who are and who speak fluently. They say that to me. It's interesting how that works. Yeah, that will be nice for her. Yeah, she's gonna like it, Mass. We're gonna go around the neighborhood. My oldest daughter's in grade 2, and she's gonna be... This is her first season of life where she's going to really be excited about this sort of thing. In previous years, at 6, 5, 4 years old, they don't really fully understand what's entailed. And now she's at a stage where she's capable of running from house to house. She's like, there's candy at these houses, and I can go get it for free. And it's so it's a new level of excitement. And actually, Christmas is probably going to be the same thing, where I think she probably won't sleep at all. I don't know if you guys have kids, but from like 2 years old, 3 years old, they get it. They're excited about Christmas. They're excited about Halloween, but they don't know what's in store. And then when it all happens in front of them, they're a little bit overwhelmed. But now at 6 or 7 or 8 years old, they get it, and it's like it's another level of excitement. Nice. Vyashin's getting ready to hand out candy. My wife and my youngest are going to stay home because they're still the sicker of the of the three, and they're gonna hand out the candy. And me and my Hazel are gonna go out. She's dressing up like Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm dressing up like Bob's Burgers, the TV show. Pretty funny cartoon. You guys should check it out. Partindajas in Spanish. What was the first part of that? Brazil. Peace. I understood, bro. Cool. Andreas Strauss says, hello, Dwayne from Colombia. Nice, Colombia. I love how Splinterlands is global. And think of how much more global we could become. You know, think of Africa, think of India. Those people have increasingly, there's ownership of cell phones. And I've read a lot about the economies in those areas, especially like the more remote locations. They have a long way to go before they're anything like Canada or America or even Brazil or Colombia. They have a long way to go. But cell phones are becoming ubiquitous. And what does that mean? That means internet, that means online gaming, that means opportunities like this. And if you think in a nation like, you know, pick a nation in Africa or like a poor section of India, and if you think like $1 or $2 a day wouldn't transform their life, you're wrong. It would. And so as these games become more known and more visible to those communities, and hopefully that's partly what we're doing here, and you guys coming to show the love and give the likes and the, you know, the subscriptions on the channel, it's just all drawing attention, right? And so then more and more people can access this and see what's what, and start to really see from hopefully the example that we're showing through our daily videos, that it's not just speculation. It's actually literally happening. Like it's happening now. We can get those cards for free today, and then you can watch as weeks and months go by and years, and those are going to be worth so much more. I've seen it, and you're starting to see it, and they're gonna become wise to it. And then how much faster are we going to grow? Think of that. Connor says, I know much of your content is Splinterlands related, but do you have any other crypto games that you have an eye on? I'm looking forward to what Illuvium may bring. Connor, I haven't touched anything else. I'm kind of saturated with Splinterlands. I'm also in up to my neck with my guild. Like TNA is the guild we've created, and it's wonderful. I love it. I'm passionate about making that even bigger, but there's so many steps involved to start something new like that. Everything from getting to know the guys you're grouped up with. Some of them are here tonight, and thank you guys for showing up. There's some of my moderators, in fact. Massassins is one of the guys, and I don't have it loaded up, Mass, but you should check out, you got to come over to our Discord. Our Discord's free. We're growing the Discord, we're growing the guild, we're growing this channel, the memberships. It's like, there's so many things I'm dealing with that I don't have any more margin to spread myself thinner. I know there's probably some amazing and exciting projects. And just on Friday, I think I met with Luke Plays to Earn. And some of you guys, my members, are going to know that I already released a video. It's a short clip. I released a short, like a 10-minute clip or so. Let's see. With me and Luke Plays to Earn. Where is it? Called Greatest Regrets, like big thumb Greatest Regrets. And it's called Me and Luke Plays to Earn, Splinter Tubers. And it's a shorter video, 11 minutes long, but it's from a 1 hour clip where he and I, and if you don't know who he is, you got to check out his channel. He and I met and talked for an hour about like just life, you know, what's his background, how did he come to blockchain, what does he like about Splinterlands, and me too, my thoughts on. He has a greater knowledge, I would say, about some of the upcoming games, and I think that's normal because I've got my roots here, right? I've developed these roots in Splinterlands, and I've done really well with that. I'm not opposed to trying to expand that, but I need time, and I need to. I probably would be more inclined to be a late adopter and throw bigger money at it, after I saw one of those projects really take root. And then I would come in later, and maybe people like yourself who have got into, you know, a given game are going to benefit. Like if you're, and then another thing I should mention is just this morning or just an hour ago, I went public with this one. It's called Big Things Start Small. And in that, it's a section from the members only live that happened Friday night. And the reason I bring it up now is because it's a 9-minute video, 7 minutes from the clip from the hour of my live with the guys. I bring it up now because in that I talk specifically about this idea that as you're earning little bits and little bits, whether it's Splinterland daily rewards, whether it's DC, whether it's credits in bronze, whether it's a few basic attention token using the the Brave browser, or probably a half dozen other things that I personally benefited from over the years. You have to remember that these little rewards, these trivial rewards, start to turn into something big, and there can be this tipping point where it goes from obscurity to mass adoption, and then you just ride that wave into profitability. So my point in bringing that up now is, I'm going to get the live chat here. Pop out chat. My point in bringing that up now is that the question was, do I play any other blockchain-based video games? And the answer is no. But I would say I'm open to it. And those of you who have your ear to the ground on those things, if you can invest your time and attention and earn something with them, even if it seems like a trivial reward, do it. If you've got that margin in your life, if you got an hour or half an hour a day and you can get some sort of quote unquote trivial rewards from it, do it. And just wait and see. And maybe it turns into something and maybe it doesn't. So do it for fun first, and just think of it as an opportunity second. Just like I always say with Splinterlands, if you're playing it from a position of this is fun, I like this thing, then you're not going to regret later if it doesn't blow up and turn into this massive success. You will have enjoyed your time, and it's like no harm, no foul. But you might get lucky and one of those games turns into the next League of Legends with blockchain elements, and suddenly your value appreciates wildly. I don't know which ones are going to be that success. I don't know if you do either, but that'd be my recommendation. Take it like that. Fun first, opportunity second. Diego, hey buddy. Diego Hernandez, hello Dwayne, love your content. Thanks, man. Every time somebody says that to me, it's like a shock. I know that I'm a Splinterlands content consumer. I go on YouTube and I watch this stuff just like you do, and I'm convinced that this stuff, the content I'm offering you guys is valuable. I think I'm contributing something meaningful. I do, but at the same time, there's no way. I don't see how somebody who goes from 50 followers to 4,000 followers in like a very short time can wake up in the morning and not be like, holy cow, how did that happen? Because I think that every day. How did that happen? So I know I believe in my content. I'm confident in what I'm offering you guys. I hope you guys love it. I'm striving to be better all the time, and we're going to keep going that path, trying to keep getting better and more professional and offering even more. But man, it's so nice and encouraging to see people say things like that. Thank you, Diego. Crypto West, I think Splinterlands is an easy to adopt game, and it's really mobile friendly. I agree, Wes, but the mobile side of this thing still has a lot of polish that's required. We're not there yet, and I promise it's going to get better. I think the developers understand that the mobile game experience is lacking from what they really are aiming at. So that I think you're going to see massive improvements on that in the months and years to come. And I think we're all going to look back and be like, wow, it did look really crappy in 2021. But then in 2023, it slowly transformed into this bigger thing with more options and more gameplay, whether it's land and all that's going to entail, because land is going to be its own mini game in a sense. And then Brawl, that's going to be its own mini game. It already is. And then there's the ranked league divide, and there's the moving the graphics from 2D to 2.5D. There's the building out of the lore for this thing. So there's so much coming that it's going to feel so much fuller and more complete in like a year's time. Even though I love it now. Like Kuhn said, Boston here. Wow. Just made it to Silver 2 days before the season closed. You know what, guys? I actually really let the ball go on last season. This is my main account, Infidel 1258. And I only got 60 rewards because I I was too busy with the channel, I think. But we're gonna open that. You know what? Let's open that now. See that? This little message says you got payment of 2,800 merits for reward for brawl participation. That's what you guys are missing when you're not in a guild. You get merits, which is another cryptocurrency. That currency is spendable on gladiator packs. Those gladiator packs are going to add collection power to your team, and that's one reason why you want to be in a guild. And then when you get in a guild, that's another reason why it's important to invest in that guild and buy buildings, because each guild needs buildings, and like they need a arena, they need a store, they need different buildings, and they have to be upgraded with DEC. And that's why your guilds out there charge money. Hey, Phil, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining the Discord, Crypto Dad. Appreciate you. You've been here since day one, always commenting, always supporting the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Phil. There's so many of you like that. Shopping channel says Illuvium and Star Atlas will be huge. I have heard of both of them. I know very little about either of them, but I have heard of both of them. Assassins. Yeah, the cards are so good. Just look what rewards have done, like 7 U's to 25-ish. I don't understand. I felt like it was Christmas last night when I had seen I got a peek of Monsters homepage. Oh, yeah. Assassins did a blog post. I don't know if I'll find it that way. Let's see. You guys should check this out. I'm going to open up Discord. It might ping in our ears here, but I'll close it quickly. So we got to go TNA. And we got to go over to research and development. Mass, is it research and development? No, not right. Boardroom. That's where it was. Here it is. Okay. So this is the Splinter Talk post that Mass did. British Bulldog. And he's only got a 48 rank. This guy deserves a 65, 70 rank. The rank is indicative of how much reputation you have on the system. That's one of the things that blockchain-based social media will offer you. It's going to give you this increased reputation as the content you provide consistently adds value. And then you're going to get rewards for that investment of your time and attention. When you write these articles, you're going to get rewarded. The guy got like $6 worth of SPT on this post. And I think he got $25 worth of Hive for posting it on Hive. And so it's a great article. And he fully explains how to auto rent and like what that looks like on Peak Monsters, what it does, the utility of it. It's a great article. It's well written with excellent, it's very professional, Mass. You did a great job here, buddy. And if you guys are new to renting, or if you don't really understand Peak Monsters, first thing, you got to figure out Peak Monsters. It's too helpful. It's absolutely the best website to utilize, from everything for your buys to your sells, to your bid buying, to your rentals. It's just going to help you tremendously for a lot of reasons I don't want to explain here. And Mass's post here, I'm going to put the link in the chat. This post is going to show you a ton about how you can utilize that technology, how you can leverage it to really fill out your team and do so affordably. So check that out, guys. I'm going to get into these I'm going to claim these rewards, but I want to see if there's other things here. Spike Kuhn, would you still recommend selling the vouchers at this point if we aren't going to get even close? This is a huge topic. Spike, this is a great question. I'm glad you brought it up. He's saying, would you recommend selling the Chaos Legion pre-sale vouchers now that the price is falling? If we aren't going to get even close to 50 needed packs. Not sure if the other airdrops are worth buying packs for. Gonna buy Dr. Blight. That's an awesome question, and there's a lot there actually. So the first thing is, you seem to be thinking if you buy 50 packs, you get one Dr. Blight. But you're not acknowledging, I think maybe you don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, are you aware that when you buy 50 packs, if you buy 49 packs, you still have a chance to get Dr. Blight? Did you know that? You do. It's going to be every single pack you buy, you have a chance, a mathematical opportunity to get a Dr. Blight and to get every additional airdrop. But at 50 packs, you're going to be guaranteed one Dr. Blight. That's how that works. And the same is true for every other airdrop. If you have, I think it's something like 50 or 60 packs, roughly, there's a given number of packs. You're going to be guaranteed one copy of each airdrop following like all of the airdrops. But each card has a different guarantee ratio. So it's not exactly 50-1 for every card. In some cases, it'll be 60 or 70. Legendaries will maybe have a higher rate. You'll need more packs. Maybe rares, you'll need fewer packs. Splinterlands usually explains that every time they do another airdrop. They'll do a post. This is our new card, and this is the rate of, if you had this many packs, you're going to get this many for sure, and you'll also get a chance to get more. Okay, so I would say it's not just buy 50 packs, get one blight. It's actually buy 50 packs, for sure get one blight, maybe get more, maybe not. And then same thing with every additional airdrop. But that's only the first thing I want to say on that. The second thing I want to say is that the cost of vouchers is falling down quite a bit. We go over and we see, where's the vouchers? Vouchers are down 15% today. Look, where they're selling right now for $17.80 per voucher. And Hive is about 80 cents. So 17, call it 18 Hive per voucher times 0.81, I think. They're about $15 per voucher right now. Now, that's down from 20 or 25 a week ago, and maybe that's a good buy. But then again, maybe that's a bad buy. I don't know yet. And there's so much that changed with the recent AMA when the devs said that at 3 million packs, they're going to stop you requiring vouchers. That was a gigantic bombshell, and it's causing ripples here in this price. And if you, maybe I'll slow down because you might not understand why. So the devs said in the last AMA that they're changing how the vouchers will be required. The vouchers will be required for the first million packs. That's pre-sale. It's one voucher equals one pack. That's pre-sale. Then the second and third million, it's still going to be one voucher, one pack. But the issuance of vouchers will double. Okay? So there's going to be double the supply of vouchers in like at the beginning, I think it was like at the beginning of December when they release the Chaos Legion packs, when they make them openable. They said the beginning or the middle of December. So after the presale ends, they're going to stop issuing vouchers. Then there's going to be a couple weeks that go by, and they're going to sort out the opening of Chaos Legion packs. Then they're going to release a post, and they'll say, okay, on December blank, you can open all your Chaos Legion packs that you earned during the presale. At that time, on that date, they're going to start issuing new vouchers. And it'll be 2 vouchers for the same amount of SPS that took to get 1. That's really important. They're going to double the SPS issuance. I mean, they're going to double the voucher issuance, or you might call it the voucher inflation. So that might be partly why this price is dropping. But also, they said at 3 million packs, they will no longer require vouchers. And so I think some of these sellers are saying, wow, that means I can buy all the packs I want. I just have to wait until, say, January or February, whenever we get past the first 3 million. That's maybe the thinking. That's probably, let's say that this way, it's part of the thinking. And that might be correct, but you have to be very cautious with that thinking because there are gigantic whales out there. And you guys know this. I've seen some of you guys complain about it in my comments about, the rich keep getting richer with this thing. There are some really deep pockets out there that will gladly buy tens of thousands of Chaos Legion packs and then just sit on them. Just sit on them and collect airdrop points from them, because remember, each Chaos Legion pack unopened is worth, I think, 300 airdrop points. So if you buy Chaos Legion packs and just sit on them, you're going to get those airdrop points, then you're going to earn SPS from it. That's going to be a revenue source. Those cards, maybe you don't even care about the cards. Maybe you don't play the game. You're just investing in it from a financial perspective. Remember what happened with Untamed packs. Remember what happened with Beta and Alpha packs and Dice packs. Those packs are worth crazy amounts of money. We come over here, we go over to tokens. This is Hive Engine. And we can see the Untamed packs right now are selling for $70. They cost $2 to buy. So you could come in and buy 10,000 big whales will come in and buy when there's no more vouchers. 10,000 packs is nothing. 10,000 packs times $4 is 40,000 US dollars. I promise you there are people that'll throw a Bitcoin at this. And so how quickly will those Chaos Legion packs sell out once vouchers are removed? I think really, really fast. I don't know how fast, but I think really, really fast. And I predict probably 2 months. That's my guess. If this bull market continues going with Bitcoin and everything, I think by February or March or maybe April, if we aren't in a bear market by then, if we're still going bullish, and if Bitcoin is going on, like people say, to 100 or more, I think these things will be sold like that. And then the consequences of that will be that the average person, the new guys that are starting at bronze, will have to go to the marketplace to buy cards from people like me to play the game. And that's going to cause those card prices to shoot up again, just like they did after Untamed stopped issuing. And so there's a lot. The question was just, what am I doing? Baikun said, do I still think selling the vouchers makes sense? I do, but you have to weigh all of those things I just said, because the price of the vouchers are falling and all of those other considerations I just mentioned. Okay, so check that out, guys. Think about that thoroughly. I want to buy a ton of packs when the Chaos League vouchers go away, but I'm increasingly thinking if these voucher prices continue to fall, I'll buy a bunch of them. Okay, we're already a half an hour in. I can't believe it. Connor said, what do you think your most bullish prices would be for land plots? Really excited to see what we can do with them and when they come into the game. You know, Connor, I am so excited about land. It's crazy. Land, you have to remember, guys, land plots are individual, like they are cards. Each one of them, each plot is actually a land card that you're going to open a pack and you're going to see a plot of land like a card. And it'll say this type of land, like it'll say arid, or it'll say desert, or it'll say mountain. And then it'll be a certain rarity: common, rare, epic, legendary. And then it'll, some of them have totems, I think. I'm forgetting some of the details now. So maybe go back to I did previous videos on this and I was more familiar with all of the stuff at that time. You might want to look at what I think I had a video called Splinterlands land, please push and shove or something, which is a reference to Aggie, who used to say that all the time. There's not enough land to go around, please push and shove. It's true. There's 700,000 daily active, Splinter spell books that were sold in this game. There's like 400 or 500,000 daily active players. There's, I forget how many plots of land, but it's not even close to enough. And I own 100. And so right now I think they're selling for around $700 a plot. And they sold initially for like $15, but there's not enough of them. And this game's awesome, and the land is going to be its own mini game, and the land is going to produce assets that you can't get anywhere else. And you're going to want those assets because they're going to help you win more, and winning more is going to give you more rank battle rewards. So you see how that interconnectedness is planned perfectly to just drive buying pressure on land. And like I was just alluding to earlier, some of these land plots are going to be uniquely valuable, set apart from other land, because they're going to be legendary, and they're going to be not just because there was rarity of land: common, rare, epic, legendary, and then there was 3 different types of productivity on the land. There was like common resources, magical, and like souls or something like that. And 2 of those 3 are really valuable. And the common resource, like wood or whatever, was not very valuable. And so it's conceivable that you buy 1 plot of land for $700 and it ends up being a legendary plot of land with a castle on it. And it has one of those unique rare resources. Such a piece of land is going to sell for way more than the $700 the plot costs. Way more. It's like equivalent to opening an untamed Chaos Legion, an untamed booster pack, and finding a gold foil Yoden instead of, or opening another pack and just finding, like a regular foil rare summoner, right? There's a world of difference in those prices. So that's what I would say, Connor. I don't even have any idea, but I would think $7,000 a plot is probably conceivable. assuming it's one of those unique and special land plots, and also assuming, these are two big assumptions, assuming that the land is developed as I would expect, with the quality I've come to expect from Splinterlands developers, okay? Bill said, I love that you give information, economic motivation, philosophy. Thanks, man. God bless you too, buddy. I can't wait till this whole COVID thing's behind us and we can meet in person, guys. You know, there's going to be Splinterlands. There's going to be Splinterlands live real world events, and we're going to have opportunities to come together and celebrate what this game has done for us. And I can't wait to be there with you guys. And, you know, I don't know if I won't have a table or something, I'll be just a guy there with you, but we'll go and we'll celebrate, and we'll go out for beers. I don't drink, but we'll go out for, you know, wings, and we're going to remember this day when Splinterlands was just a game. And then you're going to look forward into a time when it was your revenue stream. That's what I believe. That's what I'm personally counting on. And that's why I'm so passionate about this channel. I think from the Crypto West, I think from an investment standpoint, crypto gaming is booming and will become normal soon. I agree. And it's going to become more broadly applied. AAA video game titles are going to start implementing elements of this, where your gun or your sword, picture Fallout 6 or Skyrim 2 or Diablo 5, I guess, implementing a thing like this where you suddenly, when you open a loot chest, there's a sword. It's legendary and it's powerful, but then the sword itself can appreciate. With every battle, it kills this demon or that demon, and it receives an imbuement, like a soul or a spirit, that makes it more powerful. It's like the sword levels up. And then you play that with enough time, and you put enough attention into that one weapon. And as years go by and the game becomes more popular and there's more audience demanding that one unique weapon, and yours is set apart because not only is it special and legendary, it's been well leveled up by you who put in that effort. These things are going to transform gaming. They're going to absolutely be implemented by AAA game developers because it's cool, because it adds value to the customers. And when you add value to the customer, you entice new audiences. There's a whole, there are people that like a game because they want to play the game. Diablo 2 is an example. In Diablo 3, they implemented a peer-to-peer marketplace where you could sell your helmets and your gear to each other for real-world money. And there's an entirely different audience of people who will play the game because of that feature alone. Like me, I didn't like Diablo 3, but I played it so I could buy and sell items on the marketplace to make money. And so when they marry these two things, good gameplay with a great marketplace where you can actually sell assets, in-game assets for real-world money through blockchain technology, AAA companies are gonna kill it even more. So this is coming. It's gonna change all of our video games, and it's gonna make us a lot of money because we're early adopters and we see what this is. Let's see. AJ, whoa, the big Uke, good to see you, buddy. 92 depends if you. Oh, you're answering a question. If you own, what is 2Kip92 said, are old cards worth buying? And Hukepuck said, depends. If you own land, of course, but for the split of ranked leagues, it would be wise to stick to the new formats, Untamed and above. I would say old cards. I would tend to cautiously disagree with Huke, because I would say old cards are going to be useful to you if you want to dabble in the wild format of the new rank battle league that's coming. That's going to be a whole other revenue stream that you are going to leave on the table if you don't have any old cards to compete in that league. You're going to need those old cards for the extra power that'll put you into higher leagues, that'll make you receive more rewards from that wild format. So personally, I want some of those old cards. Certain key ones are going to be really important. And if you play at silver, just understand right now, which cards are you using in silver that are beta or alpha or old reward cards? Which ones are you relying on daily that help you win? Those might be wise to look at buying, because some of them you're getting them for free now, but you won't get them for free when they change the free cards, because they are changing the starter cards, and then you'll lose access to some of those. If you lose access, what then? Are you counting on that card to be successful? Then maybe buying one small copy now makes sense, and that'll apply to some betas, that'll apply to some old reward cards, and so on. But you have to be careful because they're super expensive. AJ said, yeah, I expect the entire run of Chaos Legion to get bought up extremely quickly, and I'll be right there with them. AJ, I was talking to Peak, like Jarvie, who created Peak Monsters. I think he's Peak Jarvie on YouTube, and you guys should follow him. I think only 500 people follow the guy, and the guy created the tool that we rely on to make money. He has unique insight on how to utilize that tool so that you can benefit most maximally, right? So follow his YouTube channel. It's Peak Jarvie. And the reason I bring him up is because he said on one of my videos, I said it might sell out in like 2 months, and he said it'll sell out in 2 weeks. He thinks as soon as the vouchers go offline, the whales are going to just gobble up those packs. And you and me are thinking, oh, I'll just have tons of time. I can get 10 packs or 100 packs. I can take my time. But they're just going to be there ready to just grab it because they know what happened with Untamed. Like, hear me, guys. These Untamed packs are selling for $70 a pop. And they were sold originally for $2 US like a year ago. And they're unopened and they could be garbage. You could spend $70 on an Untamed pack right now and get like $1 worth of cards, but people don't care. Like, these cards are too valuable because some of them, each one is a lottery ticket. There could be a gold Yodin in there, and that's like a $1,500 card or something. So people, the same thing is going to happen with Chaos Legion. And actually, I wanted to make another point about Chaos Legion and something you guys probably don't know, but you must know about Chaos Legion. When you buy Chaos Legion packs, in the early going, like let's say you buy some right now during pre-sale, which cards are going to be in there? Well, first of all, there's going to be all of the basic cards that are not airdropped. So I don't know how many cards that is. I know that it was said in one of the posts from Splinterlands, but let's say it's 40 cards. I can't remember. Let's say it's 40 cards. They're all going to be available. It's going to be commons, rares, epics, probably a few legendaries, but it's not going to be all of the cards, because it's not going to include the promo Dr. Blight, and it's not going to include the 13 other airdrops that are coming. Why does that matter? Because on day one, all the packs you're buying, if you open them as soon as you can open them, you're actually going to have an increased probability of opening, of receiving one of the I need to say this very clearly. I'm trying to get my mind around this. If you open your Chaos Legion packs on, say, December 15th, when they first make them openable, at that time, there will have already been one airdrop. 2 airdrops, but one of them is the promo Dr. Blight, and then one other airdrop. That other airdrop is probably going to be an awesome card, maybe a legendary, who knows. And that card, which is in circulation at that moment, will be available in your pack. But the 13 or the 12 other airdrops that are coming will not be. And so if you wait your packs until now, like see what people did with Untamed, is these Untamed packs have a chance to drop every single card. And so it matters when you open them, because that's going to actually decide which cards are inside of it. And that's important because if you wait until the end, you're going to have access to all of those airdrops. And maybe that's better and maybe that's worse. You need to decide when a new airdrop releases, you have to, if you have 100 packs in your portfolio and a new card comes out and it's amazing, you have to step back and think, do I want to open 100 packs right now? Because that card's so good and now it's in circulation and I can actually get that now. And there's 10 other cards coming and those are excluded from my circulation supply. So I actually have an increased probability to get the one cool legendary that I just saw launch. That's something you need to think about when you're deciding when to open Chaos Legion packs. Connor said, I think vouchers will jump in price before the pre-sale ends for last minute buyers. I think that's probably true, but will they fall from $15 to $7 and then pump to 12 or something? Maybe. I don't know. Ancient Psychic Tandem War Elephant. Wow, that's quite a name. He said, SPS stakers sacrifice so much money and possibilities for vouchers. Would be nice to be rewarded for this. At the moment, it's cheaper to get vouchers just by holding DEC. I know, but this is a good point. You know, if you held DEC, you're getting more airdrop points. And if you get more airdrop points, then you're getting more SPS. And there's like, you got to weigh that against what you're doing, right? Like there's an opportunity over here, there's an opportunity over here, and you need to decide which one is going to be better. And right now, it might make more sense to be holding DEC. But in my opinion, and I've said this before many times, DEC carries more risk. Now, I might be wrong about that, and maybe that's me being particularly conservative because I've spent 3 years earning the value I've obtained. I don't want to just invest heavily in DEC and watch it go from a penny per DEC down to a tenth of a penny, which it could do, right? That's how I think about it. But I see what you're saying. Vandoma said, how many packs you will get total? I don't mean pre-sale, but when 15 million. I hope to own at least 1,000 Chaos Legion packs, Vandoma. At least. Lucas said, hey, Dwayne, sensational hair. Hey, buddy. I recognize your logo, Lucas. It's got that same, I guess it's I don't know who that hero is, but your character is very identifiable. Good to see you, bud. The questions will be, the thing just jumped. Raphael Pavan says, and about the price of SPS, Dwayne, do you believe it can go over $2 or more when Chaos Legion comes out? When Chaos Legion comes out, I don't see why it would spike when Chaos Legion comes out. Let me think that through. Why would Chaos Legion spike? Or sorry, why would SPS spike in value after Chaos Legion comes out? I don't follow that line of thinking. I do think SPS could be over $2, and I think that could happen in the relatively near future. But I also think that could take a while. So I'm on the fence about that, and I'm willing to wait. So I'm accumulating SPS now. As for short-term gain, if I was to look at fundamentals for SPS, my thinking would be the next big moment for SPS, wouldn't it actually be when SPS rank battle begins? Because then you need to stake SPS on your account in order to obtain that free SPS from rank battles. So don't you think that would be the next fundamental event that's going to transform the value of SPS? If you're looking at fundamentals, I would think that's probably the next big thing. Before land coming, they should get normal game right. I mean, Ancient Psychic, I think the game is doing quite well. I mean, I love the game. I know some people think, I was saying this with Luke Plays to Earn the other day. Some people think the game is like not fun or whatever. It's easy. I don't agree. I think it's challenging. I think it's complex. I think it's fun. But if you don't think it's good, then maybe, it's not the game for you. That's fair. So AJ points out that there's only 150,000 plots total, which is nothing. Nothing. If the functionality of land is there, land will be a fortune. That's my strong position. I feel very confident about that. Right now, I have $70,000 worth of land, and to me, that's a lot of money. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not rich. I mean, I am rich from a world perspective, but I'm not a millionaire. That's a lot of money. But I'm not willing to sell it for anything like that. I am definitely keeping it because I believe they're going to build out value in that system that I am going to be so glad I kept each one of those tokens. That's my opinion. And it is a guess. You might even say it's a bet, but it's a bet I'm willing to take because I want as much of this risk. And remember, risk isn't a bad thing. Risk meaning exposure. I want as much exposure to this asset class as possible because I have great and unique belief in Splinterlands broadly and the developers specifically. Duke says, at Raphael Pavan, It depends on the future use case of SPS. Not only, I want to get that. Not only is it, now it is only for gaining vouchers, which was driving the price up, and the 10% discounts on the PAX drive-through. So I guess Raph was asked about the SPS. Okay, so he was commenting on the $2, is SPS going to pump? And Hugh thinks it depends on the future use case of SPS. I agree. It's going to depend on that rank battle and how that reward system works. It's going to depend on how much daily SPS you're getting by staking SPS, because there's staking rewards and so on. 2Kip92, our old, oh yeah, we answered that one. Valentine92, Kia Ora from New Zealand. Nice, New Zealand. Old man said, motivational as always, brother. Listening to you while going for a walk in the fine weather. I appreciate that. Me and old man are going to get together and we're going to do a video, and I can't wait, bud. You are one of the people I respect in this. Well, honestly, there's so many great content creators, but old man is one that I actually watch and I enjoy his content. I think he has a unique battle analysis and a way to kind of share that. So I personally watch him, and I think you guys should too. Let's see. Summit Singh said, what is better, buying cards separately or getting Chaos Legion packs? That depends on your goal, Summit, or Sumit. If you want specific cards, like let's say you need a summoner, then you don't want to rely on buying packs. If you already have a fairly decent deck and you just want to add cards to it, buying packs can be great because you're going to get airdrops, and those airdrops are very valuable. But if you just need one summoner, or you need one tank, or you need one support monster, you need to find those deals in the marketplace, because you're going to isolate those and you're going to wait for deals, and you're going to find what you need for the right price. AJ, you're blowing up the chat, buddy. AJPL says, I agree that the best place to start out is in modern with newer cards, because you can still play with your modern deck in the wild format. This is exactly correct, guys. Modern cards will be functional in the wild format. However, modern cards have significantly less power than wild format cards will. The alpha, the beta, those cards have a lot more power. And so if you want to compete at a higher level in the wild format, you're going to need some wild cards to give you that power boost, to get you to that level that you want. If you come in there with like what might be a really competitive deck in modern, at a high level competitive, it's not going to compete at the same level in wild, because you don't have certain key cards, for one, and two, your power is too low. Remember, each league is going to have their own power tiers. So modern, you need, for example, in the existing battle league, you go over here, you click on leagues, and you can see at silver, we need 15,000 power to make it to silver 3. They've said in the AMAs that this will be changed when they do the modern and the wild. So wild will have probably these same power levels, but modern will have lower levels. So making it to silver 3 will be easier in modern than it will be in wild. And so you might have a set of cards that's quite powerful in modern, in the modern league. Maybe it even competes at, a gold level, but it'll compete at a gold level in modern because the power requirements are lower there. And then you'll come over to wild and you'll be like a silver team, something like that. Okay. So that's something we don't fully understand yet, but that's something they've explained is going to happen. There are going to be different power levels for each of those leagues. Andreas Strauss said, I was going to quit the game. I find your channel, you showed me the importance of being patient and becomes real. For 1 month that I have been in the game rewards me with an Oceanus yesterday. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Andreas, I appreciate you, dude. And I think I am firmly of the opinion, and it's not really an opinion, it's like a fact, that if you spend your time and attention daily with a game like this, that you receive trivial amounts of rewards, just a few DC in silver or bronze or whatever, and a few cards here or there, those things are going to add up to something meaningful. I know it will, because I've seen it happen. It happened in my life. And you guys, some of you think I put like a ton of money into this. I put probably $5,000 over the course of a year. So at first it was just a few $100. And even then I was making cards like I got a gold foil Ruler of the Seas back in the day. And that's a $1,500 card now. But back then, this card is a $1,500 card based on bids right there. $1,500. I received this for free in a daily reward, and I sold it for $65 US. It's hilariously undervalued. Like, I took a small amount of money for that. But the point is actually that these assets are so meaningful, and you will receive meaningful rewards. Like, he got an Oceanus, he was ready to quit. These cards will appreciate, and then you get this retroactive raise. It's like you defer your rewards. Somebody the other day in Discord was saying that I'm the marshmallow man, and I was like, is this guy making fun of me? And he pointed out, you guys know that famous study where kids were offered a marshmallow, and it's like, hey, you want this marshmallow? You can have one marshmallow right now, or if you wait until I come back, I'll give you two. And they just put the marshmallow in front of the kid, and the kid just like, and they got the camera, and the kid's just stewing, like sweat dripping down the brow. They want that marshmallow, just like I wanted that $60 that the Ruler of the Seas was. But if you just have that patience, just wait and see what this thing could become, and you along the way are enjoying the game, looking at it as a fun form of entertainment, that opportunity from the rewards side is going to just come. But it's a deferred reward, and it might take years before that value starts to surprise you, but it will. That's how I feel about it. SFMN. They implemented a new DEC reward. Yeah, I'm getting way more DEC. I think I was getting 100 per win earlier. AJ again. Yeah, that's another reason why I expect the Chaos Legion run to sell out quickly. Everyone will be rushing to get in early to qualify for more airdrops. He's right. So as soon as those vouchers take off, you want to buy every pack you can afford. Now, hear me. Some of you guys are going to think, oh, I need to overstretch myself. I don't know your situation. Maybe you only have $50 to spend. But if you are planning to set aside $50 for Chaos Legion, don't delay. The moment they go no more vouchers, buy it. Don't delay. I don't know how long you'll have, and you want to take advantage. The sooner you buy, the more airdrops you get. So you want to be there to maximize those returns. If you buy packs as soon as they go no voucher, you're going to get access to all of the remaining airdrops. But if you wait even a week and 1 million of them sell, or 2 million sell, you lose 1 or 2 airdrops. So don't delay. Set aside what you're planning on spending, understand your own situation, take the risk you're willing to take, and go for it. Take that bite as soon as you can. Calamero talking to Andreas. Let's see. I was going to quit the game. Yeah, cool, man. Calamero, you were going to quit the game too? I didn't know that you were thinking about quitting the game. You're in here all the time, dude. Thank you. Damn, dinner date. Hope I didn't miss the secret card investment. Monsieur Caruso says he's coming in late. He's like, I hope I didn't miss the secret callouts. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's all buy this card. Everybody calls me like a market maker, but I'm just like, honestly, you guys, I'm just in here on Peak Monsters looking at the cheapest cards, and I'm like, that card is more valuable than the price implies. And you know why I keep pointing at these reward cards? Because they're 20 cents. And I've seen time and time again, 20-cent cards become $2 cards. 1 penny cards go to, $1. That's 100x. If this went 100x and you had 100 copies of that, what would that do for you? And, right now, it's like $20 to buy, like, probably 100 copies of the Pellicle Deceiver. Maybe the Pellicle Deceiver is not the one. So I don't say that right now because I'm saying you have to buy. I'm just saying that these values, they're so reasonable. They actually are going to add utility to your deck, and they're going to let you win more. That's one thing. That's going to increase your DEC and your card growth. That's another thing. But then lastly, there's the price appreciation element. And so, yeah, some of these cards over here are amazing. They're amazing cards, these older cards. And they're very effective, and they're going to help you win. But it's like $1.17 per Undead Rex. It's a great card, but you know, there's other cards today that you can buy for cheaper that are going to offer you similar utility. And if you're looking for those opportunities, that's like the same thing I just mentioned a minute ago. It's deferred gratification. It's the willingness to recognize that I'm in this for the long haul, and these assets, these ones right here, the cheap ones, they're kind of not cool. They're kind of maybe not as meta. They maybe aren't as obviously going to help me, but they are going to help you. You have to admit that. If you have these cards and someone else doesn't, that's one more option for you to win with. And so, yeah, there's no secret to what I'm doing when I recommend these cards, really. I'm just in here looking at what's cheap, and I'm telling myself, forget the price. Which ones are cheapest? And then I say, forget the price, because really the issue is not what the price is, but what the value is. Connor says, what possibilities do you think they could incorporate land to SPS? Incorporate land to SPS. Well, how about this, Connor? You know, I think I'm understanding your question. When you own land and you farm the land, you're going to earn resources. What if they just come out and said, when you stake SPS on your account, 10,000 SPS on your account, or 100,000 SPS in your account, or whatever, you get a 10% bonus on all the production from all your land, right? That would be an immediate direct benefit. And they could do something like that easily. And then that would excite people like me to make sure I keep staking, to then add value to my land production, which is gonna reduce the total supply, like the liquid supply of SPS, which is gonna help the price appreciation on SPS. That's just one off the top of my head, but there's probably other things I can't even think of. Monsieur said, old man's opinion to Dr. Blige differs from yours. Good call out, Caruso. Old man is, he's a wise man, but he's not right about everything. And I can't wait for him and I to talk later this week. That's one of the things I want to talk about. Old man thinks that Dr. Blige is a thumbs down. And I'm confident that he's a strong card, and I think he's going to have unique utility, and I'm excited to have it. So if old man wants to sell me all of his Dr. Blights, I'm happy to buy him off him. You still here, old man? What do you guys think? Thumbs up for Dr. Blight or thumbs down? Give me 1 or 2. 1 is thumbs up. Let's see the ones for thumbs up, and let's see 2 for thumbs down on Dr. Blight. Ah, there he is. Yeah, here we go. I can't wait to talk to you about that, man. Well, let's get into it. We'll talk about it. Not now. We'll do it on him and I are going to sit down. I see your point. I do. The card offers a slow, and you think, oh, that's great, but he's a slow monster. So if you're going to play him in reverse speed, that's like counterintuitive. It's actually, that benefit is a nerf. So I see your point, and that's a good point. And then he only does 2 magic damage, which isn't a lot for 4 mana cost. You know, there are some cards that do 3 or 4 mana magic damage for that same mana cost. But as far as I'm concerned, Dr. Blight's thing is that he is a support monster, and that affliction, that slow, and that weaken are super helpful, I think, in builds that I already play. So I'm confident that's going to be one that I'll use regularly in combination with Kitty, Nightmare, and the other slow monsters I use, like Serpentine Mystic and Black Dragon and Undead Priest. Those are all support monsters that offer slow, and they're going to make my Nightmare be unhittable. That's how I think about that. Ren Loco says, hell of a time here. Hive Engine withdrew 8 my DEC. Support takes months. Ooh, I've never heard of that. That sucks, dude. In the AMAs, they've talked about how hard they are trying to keep up with the support requests. I'm sorry that that's happening to you, Trend Loco. I hope it gets figured out soon. After West says, OMG, I just got Genoshan's drop at bronze daily chest. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. You can play this game at bronze and have fun, and you can get the occasional amazing reward. That's Awesome, dude. Good for you. Ben Bauer says, how is your view on getting the necessary collection power to play in gold and above leagues? It's hard to find. I find it hard to acquire enough CP at the moment. Prices are insane. To get 100,000 CP, what should new players do? You know, Sven, this is something that I feel pretty strongly about. I think I said this. Luke plays to earn. He's, like I said, I mentioned him a few times. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. And I said in one of his live streams, he said something like this. He's like, it's so expensive to rent cards. What should I do? And he knew I was there. He says, Dwayne, what should I do? And I said, buy cards. Stop paying me to borrow mine. That's how I feel about it. And I'm not trying to be dismissive or rude to you. I actually want to encourage you to start buying your own cards. Forget about renting. Renting is something I know it can be done profitably, but it's so much work to even with the new technology. Thank you, Jarvie, for creating that new technology for the auto renting and the auto finding the right price and just keeping that monster. And Splinterlands is trying to change how rental contracts can work so that they can be set for like a certain period instead of just being ended at any time. So they're making that system better. And I think those prices will eventually start coming down. But I would say that you're going to benefit way more long run if you just accumulate some of these cards for yourself and then start relying on that deck. Now that might set you back. Maybe you only have enough money to possibly get like a silver type deck. And if so, what would you do? Are you willing to take that? Like just to stop competing at gold and to start fighting at silver? I think that's strongly worth being considered. You would be sacrificing you only get 12 daily loot chests as opposed to, 20 or 30. That's half or even less. But, this is going to cost you 600 to 1,000 US dollars. And most people in America could find that, take it out of your retirement savings or something. And I would say that you're going to create a new revenue stream that's yours forever. That's why I'm so strongly advocating for this, because it's now your asset. And not only are you going to enjoy that price appreciation that comes, you're going to be able to have this as your asset forever, constantly, every day for the rest of your life. You'll have a revenue stream from this game. And if you rely on rentals, you're at somebody else's whim. If the rental market goes down or for a day or a week, or if the prices are shooting up because there's too many new players, or, if you just can't get that card you want, it's like all of these things are just annoyances, time consuming, cost. They're eating away your profits as far as I'm concerned. But I do agree that renting to win is possible. And I know a ton of you guys are doing it. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Assassin says, what's your favorite card? I've never asked. My favorite card is Kitty. My second favorite card is Nightmare. And it's because they constantly, these days, are just crushing it. And Nightmare is so inexpensive. Like this card for 50 cents is ludicrous. And this card is not a new reward card. It is one of the older reward cards, which means it's way more rare. Let's go see Splinter Cards. Splintercards.com. We're already at an hour, guys, but I'm going to go a little bit longer because there's a lot of great talk here, and I want to show you those daily rewards too. Splinter Cards. Now, Nightmare. So here we go. Nightmare. There are 400,000 copies of this card. That sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But you need 400 copies to make a max version. Even if you want to play in like silver, you need 30 copies. So most of you guys in silver, like you just need this card. I would say 30 copies of this for 30 cents each is a smoking deal. And if you're investing in cards, I would say owning cards like this that are older reward cards that have less print rates, like have a smaller total print limit, and putting them into lots of, say, 30. It's going to be maximally effective for you because 30 is going to be easy to sell in the future. And also 30 is going to be easy to rent because you're going to be appealing to all of the people in bronze and silver. You're going to have a wide audience who are interested in that. Whereas if you put them in groups of 400, you're appealing only to champions and really high level players. So This is a card that I love. I think the artwork is amazing. I think it's an older card, so it has more power than some of these new reward cards. It's still really affordable, and I love how it plays with the speed and the phase. It has the phase ability at level 6. That's like gold, and that means it can dodge magic, and it has 6 speed at that level. So if you combine that with Kitty, you're at 8 already. You're going to be dodging magic, archery, melee all over the place. And you combine this with cards like Dr. Blight, like Undead Priest, other ones that are offering you slow, and it just makes it so embarrassing for your opponent. It's so fun to win that way, and it's so annoying to lose that way. Thanks for asking, Mass. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Patience as always. Trend Local. Chris Pratini. Speaking of bronze, did something happen there? I can't seem to win anymore. I mean, wow. At the beginning of the season, you always find there's better players fighting at the lowest level. And so, Chris, they're going to get out of your way in a few days. They have to climb. Those players that have really great cards are going to climb into high-level bronze and get out of your way soon. Damon says, Dwayne, but what cards should we buy to get the most effective collection power? So you want to look at reward cards because they're really, well, you want to do is come into Peak Monsters. You want to go over here to buy. And then you want to go over to the top and you want to click this button that says compare. This one's for you, Peak Jarvie. This is for all the people that don't fully understand peakmonsters.com. And this is specifically because of a question I just received in the live chat, but also because Peak Jarvie specifically asked YouTubers to share this because he wants more people to know about this feature. You come into peakmonsters.com/market. You log in. You need your Hive login. You need to set that up. And if you don't know how to, I have a video on that. Preferably you set up Hive keychain so it makes it easier. And then once you're logged in, you're going to click this button that says compare. Right? Yes. So you click compare, and then you go over here and it says compare by what? Low price? No, we want to look at best collection power per cost ratio. I know it's probably small on your screen, guys, but just trust me, it says that. So now it says compare by best CP / cost ratio. So this is going to show me all the cards that have the most collection power per dollar invested. This is super helpful to buying or to renting cards that you need when you want to get a little more power and you want to stretch your dollar as far as possible. Okay? This is what you do. This is how you find it. Now, the problem is it's going to just give them in no particular order. It's just going to give you, well, not no particular, it's going to give you in the most cost collection power order. But you probably don't want a gold Cambio or a gold Fire Spitter or a gold, right? Like these are going to be expensive cards, $1,500 for that Alamo Cambio. So what can you do? Well, you can refine the search. You can look specifically at different splinters that you specifically are interested in exploring, like let's say Death. And then you can say regular cards only because I don't want gold cards. And so now we're looking at only the Death cards and the best collection power to dollar ratio. So the Dark Ferryman right now, which is a reward card, it's a rare level and it's Death. It happens to be going for $1 equals 24 collection power, 24.39. And if you look even closer, you can see this one card that they're looking at, this data is coming from one card that's selling for $1.64 US. So right there, you can spend $1.64 US, get a pretty decent card, and it is a decent card. The Dark Ferryman's a good card. And then you're going to have roughly 35 or 40 collection power. So that's what you can do. That's one of the best ways to add collection power to your deck while isolating cards that you're going to be particularly interested in looking for. And again, you need to really rely on these filters to make that more clear. Do you want summoners? Do you want monsters? Do you want common only, rare? Common are going to be your cheapest, right? The cheapest dollar cost, but they're going to be lower power rates because sometimes legendaries are offering you those bonuses. So tinker with that and you're going to find good deals and you're going to get more power quickly. I'm definitely going to clip that part, guys. That's going to go into a separate video because I know a bunch of you guys don't know that. And I know that having enough power is always a problem from everybody at bronze and silver and gold even, and especially all you guys who rent to play. So I'm not done here, but I'm going to say my outro so that it'll be already ready for me. Thank you guys for your time and attention. Appreciate you. Have an amazing day. God bless. Cool. So I'm not done. I'm going to go another 20 minutes, but I am going to go over here and I'm going to open up some cards now because I still have all my season rewards. Let's open them together. There's a lot more questions. I want to get them, but I need to get to the daily rewards, guys. Ethan says, buying Nightmare level 6 now. Okay. Okay, so I know they are. Monsieur Caruso says Nightmare prices are already going up. You're right. And in part it's because I keep talking about it. Honestly, it is. But it's a great card and it's by no means at its highest level. I say that with great confidence. I can't promise that, but I say that with great confidence because these cards are limited in number and they're printed and then burnt, right? There never is going to be more of that card. There's only going to be less. And there's only going to be more players playing in the game, so less supply, more demand, price appreciation. That's how I view how I see it. Let's open these cards. I gotta stop looking at the chat. Spike Kun says, talk to us all night. My wife would be pretty bitter if I did that, Bal. She's like, the other day I was talking to one of my champions on Instagram. He signed up for the champion level of membership for the channel. Oh, and to the members, you guys are crazy. Let's see, members. See all. Luke Stewart, Gabriel Jude, Cameron, Gabriel Rister, Apayer Algie, Oliver Cheung, Viashin, Rowan Carolus, Thomas M, Artificial Feel, Andre Carta, Avio Mech, Old Man, Ukin Ren, Adam Waller, Yaku, Lotnik, Kush, Jingo, Raymond, Clarence, Doms, Jim, Clocklaw, Rolandas, Jay Smith. My name is Jeff. Jeff, you were the first one, dude. And you guys are crazy. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. The other day I was chatting with one of the champs on Instagram and he was, my wife sent me a message on my phone. She's like, stop texting those people and text me. I was sitting beside her. Anyways, let's open these rewards, but first we'll start with D.E. Cunningham because it gets less significant rewards. Maybe it's more exciting to finish with Dwayne Cunningham. I mean, with Infidel. Might as well watch this one. This is a for sure win, though. The Axe Master. So powerful. I swear The other day I had a video recording and I had Spotify on repeat, or I thought it did, but it wasn't on repeat. Wow. I've never seen this message before. Get to Bronze League 2 to earn DEC rewards. Cool. And my song rotation went into just a popular song, and it was not it was a copyright song. And I got dinged by YouTube because I played it in the background. I didn't even know I was playing it in the background. I had to edit it out and it messed with the sound. But anyways, let's open these rewards. Okay, so we've got maybe 12 with this account. Only 9, really. Nice. This is not a high level of achievement, guys. I'm playing at a low level, but I'm getting cards with this account. Sure, I'm getting some credit. That's okay. I'm going to put these credits to work. I hear a lot of frustration around, I wish I got DEC. My loot chest at a low level. Just use your credits. Just spend the credits and then they will be cards, and those cards will be valued in DEC. 20-cent card, 70-cent card, $1 for playing a video game at a low level. Take it. I have one more over here. Somebody open it. Let's see. Last season. Nice. Here we go. So this is from Time and Attention. 12. Gargoyle Lion, nice. Come on, let's get some big, huge. This would be a huge account to see some major rewards on. Mass, if you're still watching Old Man, this is the Time and Attention ones. Come on, let's see something big. That's cool. That's cool. That's a strong card. Nice, nice. Come on, let's see something really big. Come on. Yes! I thought it was gonna go gold, dude. I saw it keep twitching. I thought it was gonna turn gold. I almost lost it right there. But legendary, that's huge. Arc Law. Yeah, I know it's only like 20 or some dollars, but that card will be worth more in the future. And it's a powerful card that I'm happy to have. Love this game, man. Love it. Look at that. Pellicor Bandit gold. That's like a $6 card or something. This game. If you're not playing Splinterlands, you should be. It uniquely rewards you for your time and attention. I don't care if there are other things out there that are doing this. This game's both fun and rewarding. And I think that's a unique proposition. Get involved. Start playing. It doesn't take much to get a silver deck. That's a silver level deck. And we get those kind of rewards every 2 weeks. Not to mention every single day with your dailies. Not to mention DEC from your wins. Not to mention SPS from your airdrop or from the power that you own on the cards. Not much at first, but it all adds up. These tokens are worth next to nothing right now. SPS is selling for like 45 cents US. If you believe in this game, you should believe in SPS. And you should understand that owning cards and assets in the game are going to lead to that, which is going to then, you know, just grow out the value of what you're doing here. I'm not going to claim that. Let's go over to Dwayne or Infidel. So this is Infidel. There's only 60 today. This is the first time I've had 60 in a long time. Let's see some more gold foils, eh? Some gold foils, some legendaries. And guys, thank you. I'm not going to end it yet, but I want to say in advance, thank you for... Ooh, I love that card. Thank you for showing up today. This was just something I wanted to do because I know we haven't done a lot of lives with the general population. We're going to be doing weekly lives with the members. That is for silver and champion. At the bronze level, I believe it's once a month. And there's all kinds of other benefits there, guys. If you want to get involved, feel free. But as always, I really mean this. It's not necessary. I'm going to keep pumping out quality, I hope, quality content for all of my viewers, including lives that are going to come, you know, irregularly. I have to say that because the membership is going to require a lot of attention, not to mention the guild, not to mention playing the game. But I'm definitely, for DC, I'm definitely going to be making sure I'm doing my daily content. And I'm looking forward to growing all of it. The public stuff, the private stuff. Let's keep it going. Sorry about that. Okay, these are the last 5. These are some good cards, but nothing super crazy. Oh, nice. Lava Launcher. That's another card. That's another card at the epic level that's super cheap. And so when you guys come to me and you say, well, what cards are cheap or what cards are good? One of the things you got to do is come in here and you can just go to buy and you can arrange them by grid or list or compare. I like grid. And right at the top, you're going to see those cheapest cards. These are the cheapest cards in the game. And I also like to sometimes specify, like right now, let's look at beta. Just this is the cheapest beta. Sometimes I look at alpha, cheapest alpha. And you go through them one card at a time. And somebody was asking me to give them more explanation on how to flip cards. You can do it. You need to do this kind of thing where you come through an alpha, you look at all the alphas and you see which ones are really cheap. But then you want to also look inside the menu and see which ones are super set apart. Like, is this one, are they all $3 per BCX and then this one's $1 per BCX? That's a card that is uniquely undervalued. This one is not. I'm saying if it was $1, it would be more than half price off. So you have to look for those opportunities and they just pop up out of nowhere sometimes. And you have to get in here and spend a half an hour every day probably. Like look at, no, that's not good enough. I'm gonna keep looking. This is a maybe. Nope. Not good enough. These are all too expensive anyways. These are like 700 bucks. Over to promo. See what we got over there. So a card like this is, if you're playing at a high level in this game, look, this is a $460 card. It's expensive, not cheap, but is it worth a little more? Maybe. Look at this one, for instance. This one for 25 copies is selling for $2.80. This is like half price. If you bought it, I could see buying it and then listing it for like $600. And you'd be moving it. Let's see, what would you do? If you bought it, there's 305 BCX in that thing. And you times it by 2.5. So you could buy it and sell it for like roughly $750. That's the $300 increase on the price. And it might not sell right away. I would say if I was doing that, I'd probably look at buying this one also, because it's like similarly priced and it has fewer BCX. And this one you could sell for like, you know, closer to 280 per BCX. So you'd be adding like $1 to each of the BCX. And you're transforming the market by yourself. This is monster flipping. This is something that I've been getting more and more questions about, and I don't want to do a full video on it right now. I can't do a full video on it, but just one example. You come in and you see a card like these two, and they are $1 off the regular price, even $2 off the regular price. And you could buy it and then relist it immediately for like a 30% increase on what you paid. And then you do have to be patient, and maybe it sells and maybe it doesn't. And maybe someone comes in tomorrow and sells theirs, puts competition under you and changes how much profit you can earn. But I have consistently found that strategy will earn you some money. And maybe that's not the card, but I just looked for 2 minutes, right? You could come through and keep looking until you find an even better example. And sometimes there's just an example that slaps you and it's like, wow, this is free money. And so that's card flipping, and you can do it by yourself just by spending time in the market and identifying uniquely cheap, affordable copies. Okay, I'm gonna check one more time on the live chat. See, and then we will wrap up in 7 minutes here. They should add, Crypto West says they should add skills that can only be obtained by combining cards and burn the cards used to get a decrease in total supply. Add skills. That's interesting. So you would give like an even bigger... That's okay, Jeff. I was able to see it too by clicking on look at the previous. So that's okay, Jeff. That'd be cool, CryptoS, if they did something like that, where you could like sacrifice the total number of cards you own, shrinking your total supply, but then adding unique value to the card. I think they kind of commented on that in the AMA. There was somebody who said something like that. And it's a cool idea, but Yaba said, I don't know how we would implement. It sounds really hard to implement. Calamero, I think it's hilarious that the Nightbot was like, the emotes, they give you a hard time. That's his thing. He always, in my comment section, he's always thumbs up. So nice. Yeah, legendary. Calamera, get those gold legendaries. Yeah, gold and legendary is like, that'll transform your situation. Wes, we both got a legendary. Cheers, bro. Yeah. Paul House or Paul Howe 2002. Ooh. Spikegun, this was great. You should open up the weekly live to everyone after 30 minutes. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Spike. I'll talk about that with the peeps, you know, because I want the members to feel like they're getting, you know, but that might be fun for them too. I'm gonna strongly consider that, Spike. I'm gonna strongly consider that. Lotnik, there he is. That's okay, man. All my supporters are from like all over the world, so I got to try and mix up when the lives are, but I also have to take into consideration my family and, you know, my work and all of that. So I kind of really only have 2 slots, like an average afternoon, like a Sunday or a Saturday, or an evening after the kids go to bed. And sometimes it's not going to work for you guys. I know my members are like in Taiwan and Australia and South Africa and Europe, and so I'm glad that who was able to show up showed up, and I appreciate you guys so much. I really hope you feel like you're getting value from this channel. I hope that you continue to think that I'm eager to give you content that is going to be enjoyable and powerfully educational, because that's my heart. And if I'm missing that mark, it's not because I don't want to. I am trying to always aim higher for you guys. I want this thing to be something where you guys are pumped every time I release a video. Whether it's the grinding videos where we're analyzing that gameplay, or whether it's these more educational videos that are talking maybe about philosophy of investing, or you know, the changing meta, the evolving meta of this game. There is so much here, and I love it so much, and I wish I could share all of the things that I have to say about this in a way that would be digestible for you. But the trick is really executing that in a concise and professional manner. And so there are going to be times where I'm gonna miss the mark, but I hope you'll be patient with me, and I hope you'll see that my goals are high, and that I want this thing to be not 5,000 viewers, but like 500,000 subs. Like, I think we can do it. I think that this content and this game are going to change people's lives, including you, including me. And I can't wait for that to start being recognized by a broader and broader audience. So I hope you're excited like me. I hope you're enjoying this. If you did, make sure you leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed before, do so today. If you're interested in checking out the membership, we do private lives. We do personalized training, one-on-one with the champions. They get early access to all the videos. I don't know, man. I hope this is awesome for you guys. I really enjoyed it. And I look forward to the day when we can do this in person. Like I said, we can sit around a table and talk about this, and I can hear your voices on this issue and how this game changed your life. And I keep seeing new Splinter tubers too popping up out there, because this thing is working and people are getting it, and that's awesome. So stick around with the channel, like and subscribe, and we will keep doing what we're doing. Thanks for all of your time and your attention. I appreciate every one of you. God bless.